Hi everybody, Cynthia here.
And Nick.
And we're back with Macchiato Monday Coffee Talk. I know I've been away from YouTube for a little bit, but we had gone to, well, you guys know, I think we mentioned that in the last Macchiato video. We went to visit my mom and dad and my Nana, and she had the total knee replacement, and that, by the way, she's doing fantastic. And so we were there for a week, and then we came home for a few days, and we got ready for his mom, who flew down here to visit us for another week. And I tried to get back into like crafting, but everything that I did seemed like such a huge effort. You know, like I don't know what was wrong with me. I think I lost my mojo. My crafty mojo is gone, honey.
You got it back some though, because you were working and you finished an album and everything.
Well, yeah, I finished an album, but can I tell you,
some flowers.
I did create. Well, I don't know, because I like just figured it out, and I don't know if I've ever seen it somewhere, like a long time ago from a book, or. But I made a flower I've never done before, and I was just playing around with the material, and it almost reminds me of like an old quilted star type flower that you would use on quilting or anything like that. I'll show it to you. You'll know what I mean when you see it. Or like a poinsettia type flower. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I did do the album, honey, and because I wanted to get it done, but it felt like such a huge effort. Like I couldn't think, like I would sit here and just stare at it.
I don't think it's that you lost your crafty mojo. I think it's you're sad because you'll know I only have a week left till I have to go back to work. And you're sad because I won't be here every day bothering you.
I like when you bother
Driving
me.
you crazy.
I like when you drive me crazy. Yeah, I am kind of sad. Well, you know, you've been home for what, 8 weeks, and this is the first summer you really had off because, you know, you volunteered and did all kinds of summer camp programs, and I mean, this is actually the first time I've really had you to myself, and I'm being selfish. I don't want you to go back to work, but you kind of have to because, yeah. I'm a little bummed out, guys. That's why I need a hot dog.
We'll get a cat.
Or a kitty cat.
We'll get a kitty
I need I need somebody to talk to, so when I do talk to something, I don't sound nuts. Like the neighbors are like, oh, there's the lady again talking to herself. There's the crazy lady talking to the lizards outside. I talk to the lizards. Isn't that ridiculous? Well, they come up on the patio, and I'm like, hey, little guy, what's going on? I even name them. I named that other one the other day. He keeps crawling on the satellite dish. What did I name him?
I have no idea.
I don't either now. I forgot. He's going to be so confused when I call him a different name tomorrow.
He'll be okay.
All right.
Get over
Anywho. Yeah, hubby's going back to school.
Before that, though, your mom and dad are coming down for a couple days.
They're coming down tomorrow when my dad gets out of work to visit for a day or two, which will be so nice. We'll go swimming, and hopefully it won't rain.
Yeah.
And your mom was here for a week. That was really great. We went swimming. Your mom went to the beach and hated it.
Well, it's just hurt her legs.
It hurt her. She has.
She wouldn't have hated it if it didn't hurt her legs.
She has major problems with her legs, like arthritis and stuff like that. And I kind of told her, you know, in southern Florida, when you walk on the beach, you sink into the sand. The sand is so soft.
It wasn't that, though. It wasn't.
She just had a hard time walking on it. So, yeah. But she loved looking at the water. And let's see what else. I think that's it. And, oh, I did finish an album. I made it for a crafty friend of mine here on YouTube. I finally completed it. And I'm not going to say who it's for because I want her to kind of be surprised. But I wanted to make her something a little extra special because she's just such a sweet friend and so generous and kind. And so, yeah, I got it done. I didn't think I was ever going to get it done because, I don't know, if you guys have ever lost your crafty mojo, it's so it feels like everything that you do is just, I mean, I did literally just sit here and stare at it. 'Cause I didn't know what to do, hon.
It happens.
You're just sitting there.
But you're getting back into it now.
I am.
Because you said you wanted to work today and stuff.
I
so you
do
must
want
be
to
getting
work
back
today.
into
I feel like I could do something, maybe. So anyway, this is the a chipboard album, and I did not use, if you guys can see here, I bound it with the seam binding, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, I have those. What are these called?
Grommets? Is that what they're called?
I don't know. Eyelets.
I call them grommets.
And the eyelets they weren't like big enough, thick enough to go through it completely, and that hoodjamajigger thingy. I don't know the name of it.
Hoodjamajigger thingy.
You know that?
Your press?
No, that ring, that
Oh,
the binder ring.
Binding ring. Binder ring.
Dude, I need to play more match 3 games. Seriously, my brain is like
Brain
a
training.
fog. They say if you play
Video game.
video games, or you play like you do Sudoku, those kind of things, crossword puzzles, it helps keep your brain active, right?
Yes.
So I play a lot of match 3 games, but I haven't been lately. But I love Bejeweled. I play that on the computer, and I play Fishdome, which I love that.
It's fun.
Galapagos. The match 3 games are a lot of fun, but I need to play them more, I think, because I just cannot.
Well, you're going to have to take a break and play later.
I'm telling you, I need brain training. Anyway, this is the cover. I didn't use a binder ring because the eyelets made the hole a little too small. So when you went to open up the album, it kind of stuck a little, and I didn't want it to rip out the eyelets. So I just bound it with the seam binding, and then I used some seam binding. And this white here, you see with the white and brown, it's vintage, and I wet it and I scrunched it up just like I did with the seam binding. I used the bias tape because I thought, what am I going to use? I have a bunch of packs of this vintage bias tape, and I was like, what am I going to use it for? So I thought, I'm going to try and do, see if it'll crinkle real nice like the seam binding, and it did. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that if you have bias tape sitting around, try and wet it and scrunch it up, and it gets kind of nice like the seam binding. But anyway, I put some gemmed flourishes here, and I made this flower with my Tim Holtz Tattered Florals die. And I put this center in. It was a recollection center. And then these are the next pages. So this says The Good Life, and it feels so good. And then it has like a ticket number here, and I put a butterfly and just some bling. And then I made this picture frame and ran it through my Cuttlebug with the polka dot folder, and then this pops out so a photograph can be put on and then just slid back in. And then this next page, I just did some flowers and some of those leaf flourishes, and that I used my Fanciful Flourish from Cheery Lynn Designs. And I have a little clip here with a tag, like a journaling spot, and that's a nice area for a photo. And then I stamped on the back of all of them like these little border stamps, and they're really tiny, and I love them. I didn't even realize I had them. That came from, I don't know where I put the stamp set now, hun. Stamp set!
I do need.
Look, I'm calling out its name. Alright, if I find it, I'll
Show it to him if we find it.
I'll show you guys. But it has little teeny tiny like border stamps on it. It's really cute. So okay, this is the next page. It's the true story of, and most of the sentiments came from, I used some of the tags came from the Colorbach Antique Papery collection. And I also used some sentiments from the Antique Papery collection. And then I did use another one too. A second set from the Antique Papery collection. Oh, my desk is a mess, guys. I don't know where everything is. But that's what I used for a lot of the sentiments. And my nose is stuffed. You can hear it. So I sound terrible. And then I put this really cute, pearl trim. And you could slide the photo underneath here and here. And then this one says it's a beautiful day. And then I used one of the antique papery collections to decorate this, and then I glossy accent it. It's like a little arrow. And the other side I just stamped it with my script stamp and used vintage photo. And then here's another journal tag, and then more of that corner stamping there. And let's see what else. This took me so long because, like I said, I felt like I lost my mojo. I still feel like it's gone.
I don't know. This looks pretty amazing.
And there's a little bird. Oh, the papers I used are from that new paper stack I had purchased from my Mind's Eye, the Lost and Found, the 12 by 12. Oh my gosh, I love that stack. But there's Free as a Bird, and then this is a nice area for a photo, which, you know, that'll slide under there. And then I did another picture frame, and I embossed it with the flowers. And I just have a little clip here with seam binding. And here's another little tag from that antique papery collection. And then I covered it with script paper and stamped in the corners. And then, of course, this slides out, you know, to put a photo on. And then somebody created this gorgeous pin for me. I want to say it's Letty. I'm not positive, though, but I thought it was so pretty it matched the papers and stuff, so I used that. And then I made this yo-yo flower here, and then I made this other yo-yo flower, and I added this other flower on top. And this is from a Recollections, and I hope you guys can see this. I'm so sorry. And it says back in the good old days. And then I have one of those clips here for this tag, and that came from Hobby Lobby, which it's coming off, honey.
You got it.
Should have had you show it. I feel so out of it. And this says what I like about you, and then I covered the back. So I hope she likes it.
I don't see why she wouldn't. It looks pretty awesome.
You almost cursed, didn't you?
No, I was gonna say freaking.
This is a star. This is a flower I made that reminds me of like an old quilted star. Or like a poinsettia you could probably do for Christmas. I think it's pretty. So this has special moments, and then this slides out as well. Okay. And then I use my jelly roll pen, if you guys can see. And I jelly rolled over all the embossing. And I did that, I think, through most of the, yeah. I jelly rolled on that. And this one as well, just to give it some shimmer. And then this is the back cover. It says follow your heart. So I was able to complete this. I'm really happy. And then I was thinking of putting it in a box. So I took the measurements of this, and I needed to create a box that was like at least 3 inches tall, because it's kind of chunky, and maybe 6 inches around. So I did. I came up with this little box. It looks like nothing now. This is just my what do you say, demo?
Template.
And I did the measurements for the lid, so the lid will sit like this. So I was super excited. I figured it all out on my own.
You didn't ask me one time.
I did not ask him how to do it, so I will show you. I will come back and show you guys how to do that. And then I think I'm going to decorate it and put the mini album inside. And then this is the card that I created for her. It has one of those really pretty, like, quilted. I don't know what to call this now. So,
There you go. Call it a quilt flower.
a quilt flower. But it's no sewing, guys. I hot glued it off. I burnt myself, but I hot glued it. And then more of those fanciful flourishes, and then I stamped from my stamp set. I don't know what the stamp set's called, but I got it from Not Too Shabby Shop. Where's all my stamps? That's what I want to know.
I don't know what you do with your stamps.
Huh?
I don't know what you do with your stamps. They're probably on your desk.
No, I had them out. I don't know. If I find it, I'll show you. And anyway, I stamped You're So Lovely, and then the dress form, and then I used my Studio G glitter glue and kind of glittered that up. And just put some buttons, and then I'll show you the inside, but I gotta cover the name because I already wrote in it. But it's just real simple, the inside. Oh, you found my stamps. Where were they? They were right behind you.
Yeah. They were hiding behind me.
So, okay, this is the stamps that I used for all the little corners. If you guys can see, these are the little teeny stamps for the borders and corners. I didn't even really notice them before. I always just used this thanks one and this one. And this is from Inka Dinka Doo, and it's called Vintage Expressions. So I used those, and then I used So Lovely Lawn Fawn stamp set, and I got this from Not Too Shabby Shop on Zibbit, Jamie's store. I don't know if she still has this, but I'll link her store below so you could check it out. I used the dress form and the You're So Lovely stamp. I love like a sewing theme, and this is one of my favorite stamp sets to use. Thank you, honey, for finding those.
No problem. It was hard work, but I found them.
So anyway, I thought this kind of reminded me of like a poinsettia or, you know, something like that. So I made like a Christmas looking one, and I used the tinsel eyelash trim around it. I'm not sure if I'm in love with this one or not, but I created another one in the beige, and I used the gold eyelash trim. So I basically put a lot of them together, a lot of the petals together, and then I left 2 undone so I can come back and show you guys how I did it in case you want to make some. And I think that was it, guys. Oh, and I also got out from the library this Gooseberry Patch book, Christmas All Through the House. Yes, I know, honey, it's only
August.
A
bit early.
I was gonna say July. It's only August, but I don't know. I mean, don't you guys like feel like? I mean, I know they have Christmas in July. Maybe I'm a little late for this, but I feel like I want to work on some Christmas stuff early and get it done. And anyway, this book has awesome ideas and recipes. Where is that brownie recipe? Remember we found that and we were both like, oh, it looks so delicious. Anyway, if I find some really cool ideas, I will definitely come back and share them with you. Check this out. Check this out over here. Let me move the camera. Doesn't that look scrumptious? That's green bean corn casserole. It doesn't sound good, but it looks good, doesn't it? I'm such a goof. What's this? Caramel pecan pie. That just sounds too so sickening sweet. But anyway, it has projects in here. And, aw. See, we need a kitty cat so I can make that kitty cat bed.
Okay.
Right, guys? Anyway, I got this book out, and there's tons of ideas in here, and I can't wait to get started. And I hope to share them. Oh, there they are. Look at those brownies. I shouldn't be thinking of brownies. I'm trying to lose weight, but they do look scrumptious, don't they?
They look pretty good.
They look pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to us ramble and checking out my mini album. And hopefully I will get my mojo back soon. And
I think you've got it back already.
oh, you think I never lost it.
No, I don't know about that.
You're such a schmoopy. I just love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. I hope y'all have a wonderful crafty week. Take care.
Have a good week. Bye.